Hello everybody and welcome back. Thanks for joining me. I'm Count Christo. This is the If Necessary for Years, If Necessary Alone campaign in HOI4 Black Ice. We are in a fairly stable spot. We have the Germans are using lots of their resources on the eastern front, which has freed us up to have some fun in the Balkans, use our planes a little bit more, and generally seem to be in a fairly good spot. Once the Japanese declare on us, I'm sure my joy will turn to panic and everything will start going downhill. But until then, we will see what we can do. Speaking of the East, let's do a little bit of reorganizing. So you're my African port garrison guy. Okay. You're one of my port garrison guys in this area, but you need some relief, basically. So let's make you my Singapore port garrison guy. And then these guys should actually be in a new army under this guy. Yet another port garrison army. And then we just, to find a port garrison guy, we just scroll down a bit and then click, basically. You are port garrisons. You lads. You're my actual army, right? No, you're my... Right. You're my Australian chappies. Of which I have a few more. Boom. Not quite trained up yet. Let's put them in this new army. You're not overstacked, and you could still do with losing a few more men. So those light infantry. These territorial brigades are fairly good. Fairly. I'd rather assign them to this. But that puts you one over, so one of them go over here on the coast. Right, so these coastal defenders, there's supposed to be 5 of them, but they're not moving into position because they think there will be a low supply. Okay, that being the case, give me some better infrastructure in the region to help stuff move around. And this seems like the easiest supply hub to keep sustained. Let's motorize that. The Iran problem. I'm going to repeatedly demand they expel German businesses. Right, this can be used on anything but doctrine. I would like the entrenchment speed. And yeah, infrastructure construction is good. Ah, but there we go. Weekly stability. That's good for our... That's a very long-term choice. Okay, so now you guys... I would like it if you would just move into position so I know how bad it is, rather than making your own call about whether it's sensible to move into the area. Good. Okay, still reorganizing a bit here. You have one too many guys. Where else are you holding men? Here? No, don't do that. Oops, excuse me. Should be doing this pause. Okay, now you... Where are you lads going? Oh, they're all over the shop. Right, these are the Australian chappies. Okay, so first off, we're taking responsibility for these ports here. There. And I want to put some pretty good divisions here, because I think if we lose these ports, we're going to really struggle to take them back. So you're responsible. I want to try and make it so their armies are responsible for kind of sane areas. So you should not really be responsible for this. Which army are you? You have Ceylon, okay. You shouldn't be in the army for Ceylon. You should be in this army. And we put that on the left because it's, you know, the Indian army. And that's the leftmost bit of the theatre. FYI, your manpower has more than halved in an hour. Yeah, it's because we've got quite a few divisions in training right now. Ah, but I hadn't realised these guys are militia. Let's switch them over to a garrison at least. Cool. Now that's a bit more sensible. Where else are you holding garrisons though? Here? Is that all your men? Yes. Okay, and you could take a few more, so let's take a few more. 7 more from the Raj. You guys can come in here. And I'm just going to keep you in the same spots, but I'd like to know you're not going to move willy-nilly. That does put them 1 over, though, so let's take that light infantry division and put it somewhere else. Sorry? You don't have to be sorry. That's fine. I appreciate the heads up regardless, even if it was something I already knew about. Maybe this army could do Sumatra and Borneo. And then we need some more men for it. Like you, for example. Go here. Okay, so now this guy is Sumatra and Borneo, and then this army, which is the main Australian one, holds Australia and these islands here. Yeah. Good. Now the problem with these guys, obviously, is I don't know what the heck... Oh, hang on. Not those guys. I didn't mean to be dealing with those. I'm meant to be dealing with these guys. Where are you right now? They're not going to invade Tasmania. It's just not going to happen. You come up here and hold Batavia for me. Okay, now you're holding there. There is a port here, but that island is not. Oh no, yeah, we can lose that island. I don't want to lose control of this whole state, but we can lose control of that island. We wanted to hold this island as well. So you 4. I feel like the infantry should be deployed more aggressively while we use the... Like, our infantry should be deployed more aggressively while we use the colony's less reliable troops to do other stuff. Especially, we should worry about the fact that the state of Xinjiang is in a faction with our enemy. I guess, theoretically, could be a problem. Is going for the Imperial Federation still the plan? Yes, definitely. We are not making great progress towards it. I let Canada promote to another tier of autonomy just now by having this darn event fire. And we let them export a whole bunch of goods to us as well. And by let, I mean, you know, demanded. Okay, so you still have some militias, which we should, as I say, switch to at least garrisons. Okay. Yeah, another militia here. Militias are the ones that are like... Yeah, there's very, very little in them. Excuse me. Garrisons at least have a bit of anti-air. Now we've got, yeah, crippling supply problems here because those guys didn't take the boats. Right. Next thing. I'm kind of not too upset about our manpower, honestly. I could get an electronics concern. We could get a nuclear scientist and start trying to go towards getting nukes, because that could be fun, you know. But I think what we should do is put a naval command in. Escort efficiency and all that. And now we can put in something like maybe a home fleet would be good. Just for that straight up screen capital ship attack. Seems nice and even-handed, right? So you guys are deployed mostly in here and here. But we've got these 4 kind of free floaters. We do have some empty ports over here. So for now, let's use you 4 to try and shore up some of these central defenses here. You've got 1 division coming. Because we just don't want to let Japan get the resources that they need from this area. That's key. Okay, how are things going over here? We are being driven back, but that's okay because we're being driven back to our original defensive line. They are pushing us with a lot more tanks than before. They brought some planes in, so show them who's boss in the air and hope they don't prove you wrong by bringing in a whole bunch of planes they currently have deployed on the Soviet front. That should help quite a bit. Breakthrough getting significantly lowered now. Good. And those extra railways they're capturing are doing nothing for them. Because they're not actually... You know, there's no supply hubs associated, nor supply throughput that's dependent upon them. Good. Okay, anything to introduce? Infantry guns are fully introduced, radios. It's just, yeah, artillery spotter planes. I would like to start building some artillery spotter planes. We have the air production capacity now. Which of these are the artillery spotter planes? Oh, maybe the air produces infantry equipment? Yes, indeed. Have to imagine one is enough. One factory on that. Okay, good. Yes, we are indeed holding here. That seems fine. Okay, 27 naval experience. I think when we get to 35, we'll design our new long-range, modernized, not destroyer. What am I trying to say? Submarine. Submarine. For use against the Japanese. We still have some empty bases down here. Let's rectify that. Make sure that's in the right port. Yeah, right province rather. Any others with more than one assigned? I guess I could take one of these guys, but I'd like... Yeah, I like garrisoning this area so prodigiously. Nice. Getting rid of that 10% is cranking out quite a few more boys. Let's get some more infantry deployed. Yeah, I think that is sensible. Get some more infantry deployed. Because you always need, you know, you're never likely to be short on that. Another dangerous naval invasion in southern Norway, but now that you have the men deployed, even with their shore bombardment, we are in a very good place to hold them off. Yeah, those stats are... Those stat differences. Substantial. What I'd love to do, of course, is like seize just the tip of Jutland and hold here. So we could we could open the Danish belts, rather. One of them is managing to land, but he's going to regret it. Cool. Spotting someone on the Norwegian coast, but it's just subs. Nothing to get too excited about. Though our lads are sallying forth. The first fleet. Oh, it was so close in the earlier. We've vastly reduced the size of our North Sea fleet down to this, and we took lots of the updated ships out of it, and then they sallied forth with their whole, you know, their whole big fleet, and we crushed them anyway. It was glorious. Escorts just standing ready to reinforce. That's fine. Reserve here seems fine. I would like those Gordon classes in the east, please. Okay, so now we've withdrawn back to the original line. It's looking pretty defensible. Good. And in the air, they are contesting us, interestingly. Okay. We're trading relatively even. There's the fall of Kiev. Since we've been holding here for so long, I think we do build some radar. No, let's not. We're holding fine, and even if we lost it, I think I'd rather get just a bunch more military factories done. Okay. Some Nepalese man running around. Could also take direct control over the Malayan forces, but they have such bad equipment that I think it would actually just be a waste. Right, 35, so time to design that sub. So it's going to be a cruiser submarine this time. An advanced cruiser sub. And we're going to put radar on it. Hell yeah. It's going to spot convoys like nobody's business. It's going to have a little bit of anti-air. Does make them a tiny bit more visible. And And we're going to put improved sub-stealth on it. And some good sonar so it can stay hidden. It's going to have an improved engine. But a pretty small one still. Because we're trying to stay hidden. Let's put 5,000 on it for now. Cruising range, I want it to be longish. But it does lower visibility if I go shorter. Yeah, 4,000 is still a long range. Yeah, we're gonna go medium range, which is, you know, effectively shorter. Put the advanced subdivision, advanced damage control, and then it's gonna have just some light torpedoes. We just want it to hit. We just want it to hit and run. We'll put some improved, maybe 4. Wait, are the other ones more advanced? No. Okay. So what's the difference here? And they're not very expensive, these. They slow it down a bit, but they're not that expensive. There is some more visibility associated. If we put three improved torpedoes on, let's compare that to 3 smaller ones. They're a tiny bit more visible, but it's way less damage. Yeah, let's put 4. Let's put 4 improved torpedoes on. And I think we established it was better to put 2 and 2 than 4. Yeah. Good. And then could have mine laying gear, or a float pane launcher, but that's got to increase visibility. Yeah. So that's what we're going with. I don't know how bad 2016 sub visibility is. The previous one was slightly less visible than that. But I think this is what we want. This is a long range sub. And the gap between Taiwan and the main force is where a lot of historical sub-raiding against Japan happened. So we'll call this the Taiwan class MK1. Oh yeah, why can I only put level 2 anti-air? And obviously we could put a deck gun on it, but it makes it significantly more visible. So I think that's probably a bad idea. We'll just stick with the torpedoes. Doesn't cost much, just 1,000. I mean, it's a fair amount. If we were to design a Tichy class that was similar, we'd be looking at how much less. What does anti-air do on a sub? It shoots at planes. Feels like a trick question. It's just way less visible, basically, if we do this, isn't it? Yeah. And then we can only go... Yeah, to get the same... We can't get even close to the same range. They're like 0.2. It is very small, anti-air, for sure. So for 800, we could get this sub with less range, but way worse speed. Yeah. Better visibility, but we're going to go with this. And we're going to mark it as a sub, which is this, right? Coastal submarine? No. Standard submarine. Good. Also, yeah, that's fine. Okay. So put some of these into production, please. We can have those go into production once we finish something else, I guess. Or, yeah. Okay. Some more dead German subs and some more German convoys. Great stuff. And yeah, they've landed here, but they are going to be kicked off again. Good. We should probably reassign one of these guys to garrison this province. Okay, so in the east, we still have some supply issues. But we are building more infrastructure, so that should help. There's portable fuel cans. Good. Could get What next for tech? Division recovery rate. Oh, yes. Should have got that a while ago. Now, what next are we doing with air naval experience? Not much, right? So, I think probably call off the drills for a minute here. That's suddenly going to have a lot of factories on repairing, I have to imagine, once they get into port. No? Didn't take too many hits, actually. Okay. Okay, so this is the main force. We might want to flesh out some of the scouts a bit. So from the reserve, how fast are these cruisers? 25, 23. Slower than I would like. And the destroyers, similar. Yeah, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm actually going to go in twos, I think. I'm going to assign some new scouts. Some of these guys. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Because I want to find them, and then I want to have other scouts able to reinforce in really quickly to help out, and then, well, the main strike force comes. Okay. And now these guys are not reserves, but scouts. Okay. Good. And then these lads should all be on auto-replenish. We're actually going to go with 2 light cruisers, 10 scouts. 10 destroyers, sorry. Just trying to beef it up a bit. And these are, what are these? Destroyer leaders. Right, that's fine too. If we see ourselves running out, we can change it up. That's a cruiser mine layer, that's okay. Okay, so we've got all the scouts, and then we've got our main man. So for the main guys, we've got some old cruisers in here. So let's take out 2, 3, 4. Let's take out 5 cruisers, put them in the reserve. And then from the reserve, I mean, I kind of feel like there's not much reason not to have most of our, at least more advanced cruisers in this strike force. And the reserve can also act like a reserve by being here. Where's it going? Base net matter, yes, sure, that's fine. The subs will all merge with it. Be a reserve. Thank you. Was that naval combat? Naval invasion? Is that the ongoing one? Probably. Right, you strat redeploy down here, please. I don't want them to be able to land. I think we do sustain, kill, you know, do higher damage to them when they land, but I think it's not worth it. Not worth the possibility that it all suddenly goes wrong. Alright, we've got the supply situation here more under control now. Still don't really want to improve the area in terms of the, what do you call it? Infrastructure yet, though. Norwegian Trench. Anything big? No. I would like a different alert here if there are nice, better light anti-tank capital ships in the force that we've engaged. I don't think we need to do that. Oh, I can't do these yet anyway. Okay, so I think it's time finally. We can't do this. Can't do this. Tube alloys. I'm tempted, but I'm not gonna. Mediterranean Bastion. Is there anything under here that would be useful? We could get the Suez going with some stuff. We could get a war goal against Iran. I really don't need that right now. I mean, the oil in Iran would be good. So I am tempted to go for secure Iran. Let's take Iraq, and then maybe we deploy this army to Iran and occupy Iran for the oil fields, basically. Because we used to have... Okay, I still have access to a lot of the oil in Iran. Yeah, okay. Unless they take that away, we're not going to do it. So... Planes were the problem, so I was going to beeline all of this, and this is all really good. But the shift, I think, should be towards trying to get some of these naval focuses, because I think Japan is like Germany. Obviously, they're dangerous, but I don't think they can do much to me right now. I think we have them under control. Japan, on the other hand, when they go against us, is going to be a nightmare. So let's go down here, because even better refitting and stuff is really nice. And then anti-sub warfare will be good. Destroyer training experience gain and destroyer experience combat gain is good. Yeah, give me this for the destroyer cost down and the escort cost down. Good. Okay, what have I invented? New light anti-tank. Okay. Swap that over. Good stuff. Right, and then a research slot is available for... Do we want medium anti-tank? I mean, we probably will need medium anti-tank in the fullness of time to land against Germany. But... For now, heavy AA. I'm hoping we don't need to use heavy AA. I'm hoping we can get a heavy, a heavy air force to do our heavy AA. All right, you guys do some quick convoy escorting here so that we have superiority. Should be able to launch these guys off. We'll see if we manage to land. Hopefully we will. Oh man, how do you play this mod? Vanilla confuses me enough sometimes. Well, I never claimed I understood the mod. We're very much living and learning here. Let's merge up this fleet and then reorganize it, along with throwing in any escorts I have in this reserve, which is none. Yeah, so this fleet, it is screened properly, right? We have 11, 20 large ships, which should require 60 smaller ships to screen them, which is actually quite a bit less than we have. Okay, so we need some more destroyers in here. And we don't want any destroyer mine layers, really. So let's do that. Alright. How are we doing? Fairly well. Obviously, huge naval penalty and low supply is not helping. Can I get planes active in Iraq easily? Yes. Give me you guys. Give me 2 of these wings and put them over Iraq for me. Are we going to make this landing? We're lucky their divisions are truly horrendously bad. They have a base attack of 4. That is, that's bad. Oh, we lost a cruiser to their submarines. What? What? I certainly don't have any cruisers in reserve to replace that. Not in this area anyway. Give me a couple of the old cruisers to come back to the main reserve up here so we can deal with that. That is unfortunate. Oh, and you are an extremely experienced cruiser. Oh, hang on, what just happened? Why are there so many battleships here? Ah, right, the ones that we sent over from the French. I think I should basically have all the cruisers in the main strike force because we need the cover. And then in terms of battleships, we don't have many right now. Ah, I remember. Right, when I right-click over, yeah, don't auto-respond this because it's gonna kick people out when I put in new ones. So yeah, these improved, these really experienced guys with combat proof. Get them in there. Maybe I weaken the escort fleet. Yeah, I think I do. I think we need the destroyers in the main strike force, honestly. We'll have the escort fleet operating in a similar location anyway. Yeah, that radar station not reaching as far as I would like. I think I may put one here in Brunei as well. So we can get some more vision over here. If the Dutch East Indies would invent radar, that would be nice. Not Lend-Lease. Controller forces. The infantry division, good. Get him in here. And where are you guys holding again? Right. You can go and join over here then. Should be another really bad place to lose. Okay, ooh, dangerous offensive? No, because that's not our defensive line. And if we, yeah, we are a tiny bit under supply. Let's put another motorized division up here. Okay, what was I thinking about? Navies. You bunch are going to reinforce. Good. And then the scouts are looking fine. Not enough cruisers to reinforce them, apparently. Ah, is that because you're trying to get exclusively CLs? Which are like cruiser... Oh, no, that's just light cruiser, isn't it? Cruiser layer is something else. Did I invent something? What's... No template for... Right, the cruiser, but then missing equipment production. Nothing new. No. Okay. Right, and now our fuel is going up. Now that we're not having all these ships at sea for no reason. Main fleet is engaged. Oh, they sent out a cruiser. 3 cruisers, and then lost all of them. It's dumb, Germany. Don't do that. I mean, do that, but why did you do that? Ooh, they got some Scharnhorst class battleships. Those are new. Cool, and we're getting a bunch of manpower still. I bet we have some planes in reserve. Yes, indeed we do. Oh, but don't use British manpower to deploy planes? What year is it? Let's try and get control. Move one equipment. There we go. Give me them. Let's use... What is that logo? Oh, it's the King of Yugoslavia. Cool. Yeah, use Polish manpower. And then split it. And then once they've deployed, train them up. Now we probably have enough for more naval bombers. No, not quite. Okay, we are taking some attrition to our naval bombers because they are one of the planes that we're using more or less constantly. Yeah, the attack is back in full swing, and the Germans are making serious gains against the Soviets. We're looking not amazing in this fight, honestly. So you know what we can do? Let's get our Force B. No, Force B doesn't have any. Let's get our reserve. Send it over here. Give them someone that helps with shore bombardment, which does exist, I think. Gunnery expert? No. Battleship adherent. I thought one of them helped with shore bombardment. Maybe it's an assigned trait that we don't have. Yeah, give him a guy just temporarily. And we'll go and shore bombard. If it doesn't work out, we'll basically just have to try again. Yep, easy victory there. 3 light cruisers down. Good work. And some easy raids. Good. Who's overstacked? You are overstacked. Okay. Who are you responsible for? You're responsible for the invasion over here. Okay. Easy to fix then. That would be the plan, so let's reflect that. Good. Yep, holding out fine so far, and they're not deploying many planes against us anymore. So we're doing pretty well left too. On that front too. Good. Okay. Supply still not great over here. I'm not fully understanding why that is. So what's going wrong with your supply? They're demanding 41. 16 divisions here are demanding 41. They're getting 31. But why? What if I motorize this? I mean, there's plenty of supply available, which must mean it's a local infrastructure problem, I think. It's there, it's just not getting to them. I'm a bit worried about this front. We can't really... Well, let's see. If I tried to beef that up a tiny bit... Yeah, it's going to put us over supply. What if I put literally just one more? Just one more wafer-thin division. Doesn't look like it's going to like it. Okay, so I think this is a situation where we need a bit more infrastructure. We're up to 7 already. What is the bottleneck here? Supply from state, supply from supply hubs in Manilei. There is still 8 remaining supply. Ho-hum, we'll see. China is holding on really admirably well. Could also consider trying to hold Hong Kong. Should also Scorched Earth. So is it just railways? What I want to destroy is the naval base. Okay, we are not currently inventing anything, but I don't think I need anything really. Yeah, I don't think we need any of this. Anti-partisan might be useful for Iran. Apart from that, I think we're good. Maybe infiltrating the... Yeah, let's try and infiltrate the Japanese Navy. With the guys we currently have on anti-spy actions, because I don't think they're doing too much. Commence when ready. Good. Encryption, I don't think it does really help. Like, it doesn't give you just a straight bonus in combat anymore. Oh, Chamberlain has died. Still Stockholm support. Stepped down as the last fort, he would not live to return to work. A great man. Yeah, this is not going brilliantly. Where's that reserve fleet? It's coming, but it's going to be another... Do I have to zoom in to see? It's going to be another 5 days. Ooh, defeat. Oh, that's just a... Oh, we lost a DD to their air there. That's no good. Yeah, they have some active bombers here. Let's see what we can do to deter that action. By defending our convoys in this area with fighters. Refueling pretty nicely. We'll be able to stop importing soon. So importing all that oil from America. Now that we don't have all our ships at sea, it's much less needed. Still, the game still thinks we're winning, but looking at these organization changes, I am not convinced. Oh, they sallied forth properly. We took out 4 of their torpedo boats. How badly dinged up is the first fleet? A little. Let's repair now. Some of these battleships took some hits there. Using the less advanced ships here obviously has its risks. More modern trained destroyers. Head straight over to the East Indies fleet. Reserves, just escorts. Oh, and a bunch of cruisers all of a sudden. Where did these guys come from? Ah, we sent them over, didn't we? From the east. I remember. These guys getting very experienced killing German subs. Still finding some enemy capital ships active here. Cancel the repair task. How does one cancel a repair task? Hit repair now again? I don't know. So we found these guys. Agent captured. German counterintelligence. No. Rescue her. We'll send someone who's currently spying on Italy, I guess. You. Sarah French. Save them. I'm still seeing these heavy cruisers. Let's, I guess, hold them. That'll cancel it. And then strike force. See if we can intercept that. No, they're beyond our reach. Fine. Go repair. Good. And yeah, make sure repair tasks happen really fast. They're much more important than, you know, new ships getting deployed 1 or 2 days earlier. I feel like it's my take anyway. Okay. What to do, basically. Our ships have arrived here, yes. Ah, but our cruisers, our carriers here have no ships, no planes even. We need 20 carrier naval bombers and perfect 15 fighters. Ah, but you know what? Make them Polish. In the finest traditions of our Air Force. I want Poles manning my bombers. First thing to do, don't get involved in a land war in Asia. Iran is in Asia. That's a good point. But the oil, man. We're not going to move against them unless they deny us access to that oil. Because right now, we're getting some from there, right? Yes. 36 oil available rights given by Iran and 12 oil available rights given by Iran. That's most of our oil production right there. So if they refuse that, it would suddenly be a big problem. Shore bombardment should help us here. More worried about bleeding equipment in the Chinese campaign. We're just planning on staying on the defensive, so shouldn't be going in too much. Is there some history behind closing the chain of spots? It looks way too wide to close effectively. I have no idea, to be honest. I think being very close to the way that areas were effectively quote-unquote closed is that I think being very close to shore, A, you've got shore bombardment, obviously, but B, if the enemy knows exactly where you are, their planes tend to be able to do a number on you if you're close to shore. So I think that was a big part of it. Oh yeah, so I was wondering this earlier. Someone in chat, could you possibly look up what does organization do on ships? Is it just a flat modifier on the effectiveness? Does it control when they're forced to withdraw? What does it actually do? Because I have no idea. Okay. Convoy escort focus is going. Can you hear that? There's some very excited people next door. It's almost entirely Hungary that we're arrayed against here. We are still having some supply issues. Still don't fully understand why it's not using these supplies, but it's probably something about to do with this bad stuff here. But yeah, we've mostly finished building our intended defensive buildings over here, including the infrastructure to support this pretty large infantry deployment that we've made. Oh, new decision. We can purge Yugoslavian infiltrators. Excellent. What I'm actually think I'm going to do is, I mean, apart from we're definitely going to purge Yugoslavian infiltrators. And also, I think what we might want to spend this power on is, yeah, getting some extractions. Sorry. Get some more French troops out here that we can use in planes. Bad weather in the Straits could also be a thing there. It's good to know. That makes sense. Okay, what else do I want to do with my... Should I go through these? I don't really want to yet, but... For military commands... I don't think I need any of the rest of these just yet. I think... Affects the time they can spend in combat. Okay, so if that seems kind of meaningless. Preferred tactics. Looks like that is not a thing in Black Ice. I think we can get speed 4. Honestly, we're holding fine. We're our planes are doing well. We're not being bombed from what I can tell. Some of our planes could do with a bit more experience, but apart from that, we're looking pretty good. We're looking pretty rosy at the moment. So I'm happy about that. Another Norwegian coast fight. Is it the big one? No. It's just our torpedo boats. Oh, that's a lot of German convoys. This is a naval invasion. And here come our planes. And here come our cruisers. Get 'em, boys. Get 'em. Nice. Also, movement speed. Ah, okay. That's good to know. Don't play it, so you're just parroting. Oh, okay. Slow it down. Here's the enemy fleet. Okay. Okay. Convoy escort focus. Good. Give me... I do want repair yards, don't I? Yeah. So, I don't think I need these, though. I mean, the explorer experience gain is quite nice. But yeah, I think it's time for some air rearmament. We should really get these production groups going. We should have got them going a very long time ago. Okay, so main task force. You are assigned in the right area. You should immediately sally out to help with this. But you're not. Despite one of your scouts being involved in the fight, you're not sallying forth. Do you think we have sufficient men to hold this? I don't. Strike, you gits. Strike. This is what you're for. Is it because technically these are the ones that engaged first? Do I need to put you here? Oh my god. Strike! Why are they... Am I missing something? Why is he not sallying forth to join that combat? I really feel like... I mean... Everyone assigned to this... You're definitely assigned to the right sea zone. You're on strike force. You're not currently repairing. You've got plenty of organization. I don't know why they're not sallying forth. They're very badly screened, so my torpedoes might have a chance to do some damage here. But with this Scharnhorst ship here, it's a perfect moment for us to get them. Maybe it's because our guys are disengaging? I don't know why they're not engaging. Well, it looks like we're going to get away without too many dings. But that is unfortunate. That was a perfect moment for them to sally forth. Well, first off, let's rebase them over here. So that they can react to things like that more quickly, at least in the future. But they should still be on strike force. I can still tell them where to be based if they're on strike force, can't I? We're going to get away. Lost one torpedo boat. Okay, otherwise we got away. Subs. Oh, they found one of my subs. He's not very long for this world. Oh, he made it away, though. Nice. Yeah, that's a lot of dead Germans in those subs, probably. I mean, those convoys, rather. Okay, so once he's in here, he'll obviously be able to strike out much more easily. So put him back on strike force. Maybe it's that... Maybe I should be doing this a different way. Maybe I should have my hunter-killers and my sub-fleets all under the same general. Maybe that way they'll kind of see each other better. 3 German destroyers. Rip bozo. When these guys deploy in anyway. There we go. Yep. Goodbye, destroyers. I mean, they're small and fast, so they're going to be able to... They're going to be able to get away? Come on now. Still. Oh, finding him again? No. And there's supposed to be a dangerous naval invasion going on in southern Norway, but I haven't seen it. 27 enemy convoys down. Oh my lord. Here's another bunch. I think they must have been launching a big invasion up north or something. Okay. The Eastern Fleet. Lambert. Not a fan of this complexity, huh? We should play Aurora sometime. Alright. The Hood has done well. I love that they got the first critical hit. The first capital ship kill, that is to say. Get him. Get him. Nice. Now find me that capital ship fleet. The problem is I know where it is. It's right there. All our guys are engaged. I should probably move the first fleet to the end of the line just so I can tell where it is. Yeah, good. I guess they're all just piling into this combat now. Man, the Germans are losing so many men to freaking... Yeah, look at that. 700,000 lost to me so far. A lot of those are sunk naval invaders. And here's what survived. They're not even next to a port. They have cut the train connection. There's another 9 down. Hawker Hurricane Mark II. Brace yourself, Lambert. We're about to open the tech tree. Okay, which allows us this. No, not the multi-role. This one. The Sea Hurricane Carrier Fighter. Though now, actually, this one is only a bit ahead of time, so there's only 20 more days to research. Would I rather have the Supermarine Spitfire Carrier Fighter? Probably, right? I mean, it's just the better plane, isn't it? Yeah. Give me that. Right. Then at least what... yeah, I'm not going to build the Hawk Hurricane multi-role. Then at least what carriers we do have in the east, old and outdated as they are, will be able to run the more modern carrier fighters. Okay, so they are attacking here, which is a problem because they're going to cut this railway connection. But I think what I'll do is redeploy one of the territorial divisions. And just strat redeploy him here because he can take the rail from Stavanger. A few more. Lots of Danish convoys being raided. Logistics looking okay over here. Okay, how's that naval invasion of Iran going? With the carrier force assisting. We are now going to win narrowly with the plane help. These carrier bombers, have they got any ground attack? No. And we caught out another escort up there. New research. What did I just research? I must have clicked it away so fast I didn't even read it. Oh, we got operational support. That's right. Yes, I need all of these. Supply consumption, and I will absolutely spend 100 army experience to try and speed that along. One of the reasons, not the main reason, but one of the reasons we're fighting here is, yeah, anytime they attack, we get a whole bunch of army experience, which just means more land doctrine. Can't believe Iraq betrayed us like this. Should, also, they don't appear to have anyone on this. Wait, what'd I do? No! I reassigned them. They were just about to win. And I reassigned them. Oh my god. I meant to only reassign the one that had already landed. Holy crap. They've been fighting. Let me see. They're in the med, right? Yeah. That freaking attack been going on for days. Days. We lost hundreds of lives. For nothing. Okay. The French are making inroads over here, going the dumb way. How are the French doing on their focuses? Have they done any other, like, retake control stuff yet? No. I want to do the National Council of the Resistance. And yeah, some of these retake some areas. Okay, we're re-landing. We're still going to win because this guy had reorganized, but... And these two are going again. Actually, one of you, stop. One of you, stop. And launch this one when you can. 'Cause in 7 days, I'm pretty sure Barash is not defended. Okay, filling up on special forces now. Fortress garrisons are deploying nicely. Infantry. None of these should be infinite. Well, actually, we're always going to be infinite, but give me a few more of those. There, it's a whole new army of infantry now. Short and light artillery mostly. Yeah, that'll do for now. Okay, another naval battle result. Anything big? Hey, 5 German destroyers. That's pretty good. And a cruiser. They sallied out, and this time we actually hit them. Good. And yes, they are failing to break the... Wow, 5 of them landed right there. We do need these. Yeah, these fortress garrisons are going to be... They're going to be useful to just kind of cover the ports, like not the ports, the coast here. 5 destroyers, 5 submarines. Bunch more transports, good stuff. You are launching in a couple of days. Whoops. Improved anti-air's done. Where's that slot? Here it is. It's almost 42. I guess we should start getting some of the heavy anti-air, heavy anti-tank rather, but what's this? Heavy anti-tank motorized. You're a heavy anti-tank though still, right? Yeah. Let's go ahead of time on... Well, maybe we should finally start getting some tank stuff going. There's just so much more tech we need to get if we did that. Let's go ahead of time on this. Yeah, I mean, I'm worried about the fact we haven't done tanks, but I don't see a way to do it without falling way behind. Little raid in the Adriatic. And maybe the answer is just we have to fall behind in some other areas, like let shipping go, but I think we should... Yeah, once we have Japan a little bit under control, that's when I'm going to feel more comfortable about dedicating stuff to that. I think we should probably garrison the forts next to Trondheim, because if they landed there, that would be annoying as hell. And yeah, the Germans pushing into the Soviets still. The 121st Eagles Squadron joins the fight. What is that? Is that you? Some new fighters? Cool. Okay. Seems good. train yourselves up. You guys have done enough training. Let's go to making sure we're maintaining control here. But hang on, your infantry. No, I mean your British fighters. We don't want British fighter pilots. None of that. We need our Polish fighter pilots. Or, yeah, let's go with French. And then another few. Enough for another 100, maybe? Very narrowly. Yes, more French fighter pilots for these. Get them training. Good. Should probably move these ones up here. Though actually we'll be overstacking it then, so send some here. Right, so we can have all the exercising people in one place. Alright, we've got 300 here, 100 here, they're trained, 200 here, they're trained. Okay, good. Meanwhile, I could... We have military access to them, but they won't let me base planes out of their land, will they? Well, military access doesn't let me do that, does it? No. How come I can see all the German air bases? Oh, it's probably because of my intel. Yeah. Which is not very good right now, by the way. Trying to spy on the Japanese and things is splitting my focus, rather. Okay, we're up to 86% intel, though. That's pretty good. We can see ship variant designs. Okay, so they have 6 fleet carriers. Sorry, 5 to 6 fleet carriers, including Tech 4 ones, which have a flight deck of 80. Jesus. And their big ships, including the Yamato, has armor of 52. Holy shit. That's insane. Heavy attack of 98. For comparison, we're building heavy cruisers, which, you know, by design, they're smaller ships. But the York class has an armor of 18 and a heavy attack of 31. What's the strength on that Yamato? 373. The strength is 993. But this thing must cost thing costs 22,000. So to be fair, actually, our heavy attack per cost is basically the same. And hopefully we can just get it with a lucky torpedo. Why are you not assigned to anything? Right, good. We finally landed. You support that. You guys go back to being a reserve. And base yourself back over here. Good. Okay, the escorts, they're assigned, but they're not escorting anything because they don't need to be. Oh, and they just cut themselves down and chucked everything into the reserve. Whoops. Put those guys back in. Turn this off and on again. No, just turn it off actually for now. I just want all the escorts in that. Yeah. Another advanced light cruiser. Put that in East Indies. Okay. Here, yeah, little raid. We do a little raiding. Okay, have they gone like? They done like Atlantic Wall focuses? Doesn't look like it. Maybe they can't because they don't own Norway. That'd be funny. Our torpedo boats are being pretty effective at sub-raiding. Maybe I shouldn't have built submarines for sub-raiding against Germany. I should have just done torpedo boats. Because, you know, we didn't need to be subtle against Germany, you know, raiding. They can know where we are. They just also know they can't do anything about it. Alright, 17 days left on fuel. Let's cancel the American imports. General Naval retires. Is he in my leaders? No. Keep him around or let him retire. Stops being Chief of Air Force. Charles Porter's the Chief of Air Force. We do not have a Cyril Naval, so that's fine. Someone we weren't using. Hard to miss someone you weren't using. Next, Yes, just the home fleet to give the flat bonus on all that seems good. And then next up, it's got to be this guy. Get Alan Brooke in there. Alan Brooke's been doing good work for us. Have the Italians made any attempt to rebuild their navy? Yeah, okay, they're building some new, pretty good. I mean, yeah, pretty advanced in terms of the tech on the ship anyway. Just battleships. So we should be a little worried about them. More battles in the North Sea. More naval invasions in Norway. Yeah, some supply issues. Not big ones, though. No supply connection from capital. Hang on. Let's look into that. What are you talking about? What do you mean, why not? Ah, because... No, there's a naval base here. It's not broken. Why do you have no connection to the capital? Is it because this is owned by Yugoslavia and Yugoslavia's capital has no connection to it? Where is Yugoslavia's capital when they are exiled like this? So I guess to give that connection to the capital, I would need to build like a railway across here. It's not the worst idea. Like that. If it would help this have a much better connection, we can get it done in not too long. New decision? Purge Yugoslav infiltrators. You know I will. Yeah, French expedition campaign still ongoing. How are we doing on subjects? Canada is 12 points away. He's sick. Okay, it's fine. Bhutan is a dominion. I hadn't realised that. The Bolton rail network is rough, hence there's lots of focuses to fix it. Makes sense. Alright. Area armament. Good. Alright, I think we're good for speed 4 again. Oh, short on something. Aluminium. Help me, US. Okay. But then production-wise... Getting there on amphibious equipment. But yeah. Important that we try and let a bunch of military factory construction happen for a while, I think. Because we have historically shifted off it a fair amount. Where's the... What are you doing? Come back to Stavanger. Do I have one of these guys assigned somewhere wacky? Oh yeah, you guys are all under that army, aren't you? Okay. Okay, let's push up to Baghdad. And we're going to do that in a very simple way. Like so. Good. These planes, they are contesting us in the air here. But it's not going to matter. They are, of course, you know, they're in the Axis, so we're going to get some pretty nasty resistance in this area, which is unfortunate because it's where we were getting a bunch of our oil from before. Oh well. Alright, we do still need to import some fuel. Let's do 6. See how that balances us out. Pretty good. I feel like we haven't got any tech in a while. Oh, nice. Fuel refining. That'll help too. Okay. Yeah, the new radar going up over here will be good. Anti-air wise, what do we have? Just one in each of these? That should be okay. Another North Sea fight. I'm always excited when I say a North Sea fight. It could be the German surface fleet. This guy will be getting a fair amount of experience. Yeah, he's a good inshore fighter after all that practice up here. Fair enough. Let's give him seasoned spotter as well. And veteran spotter, in fact. We might use him Yeah, veteran spotter and... No, okay, that's good enough for him for now. But Cunningham, he's already got what I want to go. Yeah. So maybe we have that guy take control of the escort force over in the east once it's time for that to exist. Whole bunch of raids that we won against convoys. Good. And this sub-raiding is no longer so important that it's actually this exact anymore. So let's spread it out again. Just don't let them get anything anywhere. Better fuel refining, which I think I might just follow up with better fuel refining. More production efficiency base, infrastructure construction speed. Yeah, infrastructure construction speed so we can get the more supply range that's hidden under it. It's probably good. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, good. We might even just overrun them. Nah, not quite. Ah, not even close actually. Okay, hey Japan. You're justifying on me, your piece of work. Right, there's area armament. Get some air bases and some air experience. Does this require all of them? Yeah. Okay, what do I rather do first? Air superiority, home defense, a bunch of things to get some bonuses. Could have got these Spitfire bonuses as well, but that's okay. It's not a disaster. Okay. I would like this. So this max command power. But yeah, we need this. So let's go through. None of those are very good, but we're going to do them because we want to get the fighter cost reduction down. How is our production efficiency on our new fighters going? Getting up there. Very much getting up there. Good. And yeah, we have many upgrades to be done. Even with the new infrastructure, Malay is still struggling. I don't really understand it. Is it? I mean, what about motorized this one? This one's huge. There goes Iraq, capitulating, giving me a bunch of their infantry equipment and a bunch of their other equipment. Good. Can I like re-release them as a puppet or something? Because they were before the thing started. No. Fair enough. Come back here. And what are you doing? Don't activate your plans. You heading to the right place? Yes, good. Alright, finally almost got the fortress garrisons ready so I can line the coasts of Norway. But yeah, they're going to go up to 93 here. That's pretty crazy. Ah, scale to 0 because of no garrison fulfillment. Garrisons are suddenly short. They are being requested and supplied. Okay, good. Slagen Exile and Shell Dies is done, and the Albacore is done. Better radar. Better criticals. Better... This is just for really high caliber stuff. Better fire control systems could be good. There's nothing else I really need here, right? Depth charge mortars could be good. Ah, no, okay, yeah. Early landing craft. Let's start going through those. Alright, so we just got this bad boy for the carrier fighter. Sorry, carrier bomber. Good, and we're getting the carrier fighter going out as well. And then what's this one going to need to go? What again? This. Okay, well, let's get that so we're ready to get this later. Seems prudent. Let's switch over to the modern carrier bombers, which we should also make some adjustments to because those are pretty important. Maintenance, attack, engine, airframe. That'll do. Good. Obsolete that one. Ah, no, don't, because otherwise it won't ever clear that alert. And switch them over. It's going to take a lot out of my production efficiency. Ah, not that much, actually. The Osprey carrier fighters. We've replaced you, haven't we? No, we're in the process of replacing you. That's right. Good. We've got 300 to replace. It's going to take 120 weeks. Or so, at this rate. Let's go up a factory on these. So I do want the carrier fighters to be good. Yeah, so how much is we actually getting? Some. Once this resistance growth is going to take a while to grow, but yeah, and there we go. Now that we're supplying the garrison, it's actually going quite a bit lower. I still think we want to shoot for compliance in the long term. As long as Iran keeps giving me their stuff. Yeah, they're not pushing here because they're too busy making big inroads into the Soviet Union. We could try and launch another offensive, but I think that would be foolish. Switch these guys onto an attack plan, though, so at least I have the option. I'm not garrisoning the Greek ports, because I think if they did land, we could react and kill them, and it would just cost them men, basically. Yeah, we can reduce the oil imports now that we have that new tech. However, I need to crank the aluminium imports with our new, more advanced planes. Yeah, very low supplies, that's fine. They're just straight deploying through. Okay, on that oil import degree, we'll slightly lose them. So let's just get a tiny bit more. Battling the Adriatic. Yeah, they're really not... They're not trying anymore, the Italians, are they? I feel like maybe this front is slowing the game down. Game does feel like it's slowed down by quite a bit. Okay, what else could we do? Ooh, we only have 700 trucks in reserve. Yeah, not so many being lost to bombing, though now they're not active here anymore. You guys can stop flying for a bit. We'll have them ready to go back if they need to, but I think it's probably a good idea to save the fuel. Meanwhile, over here, you still have... Yeah, so take 2 cruisers are in here. Take 2 heavy cruisers. Do we have any level 1 heavy cruisers in here? No. Okay. Anything else in here I want? Yeah, give me those destroyers in here. Yeah, the game is kind of slowing to a bit of a crawl, isn't it? Alright, are these guys ready to deploy finally? It's weird. Oh, there we go. Okay, fortress garrisons. Deploy to Yorkshire, if you please. There's 12 of them immediately. Glorious. So, there's various things we can do with these guys. Relieving some infantry divisions, I think, is one useful thing to do. But I think let's do Norway first. So, Harold, I want to move you out of Norway in the fullness of time. I should move you to reflect where you're actually at, though, which is, we're calling Norway part of the home front right now. Oh, sorry, no, we're not calling it part of the Scandinavian front, that's right. So, yeah, winter is coming. The Germans are going to be finding themselves in a spot of bother. So we've got some room in this army. Got old Archibald here. Did I assign these to anything yet? No. So Archibald, give me the 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 2 here. 1, 2. And then 2 here. And then they've been landing here a bit, haven't they? So let's garrison them as well. And then up here they landed a couple of times. Good. And then we'll replace the guys on the ports with the... No, we won't, because these are the African divisions that I want to use against Vichy France. We'll leave a couple of infantry here. Is that a actual proper fight? No. Still some ready to deploy. Ah, yes, the Royal Marines look to be ready. Nice. Okay. Well, that's exciting. Deploy them to the Midlands. And do keep trying to make more. And then you guys need a new logo. So Marines can be with this cool black background. And we're going to send you to the Mediterranean. And you get a general just for you. One of the good ones too. Preferably with the commando trait. Infantry officer, career officer. Offensive doctrine, supply wizard. He's pretty good. 3 attack. I'd rather have someone with a commando trait. Here we go. Well, I don't know. Commando trait, not totally vital for this actually. Let's go with this guy. Miles Dempsey. You can have even more offensive doctrine and logistics wizards. Okay, so you guys immediately start exercising. And then we're going to try and see what we can do to cut your teeth by taking some Italian islands off them. Like this one and these ones. Okay, so fortress garrisons are deploying. Infantry are training up. Good, and then these guys just short of infantry warfare. Yeah, and a bit of light artillery. Let's override the spreadsheet to make a little bit more light artillery. That's you, right? Yeah. Once we fill out these new planes anyway. Okay, you guys, we finished exercising enough? Yeah. Good stuff, as of you guys. As probably of you guys. Yeah. No, not you two. Okay, so you 400. I'm going to fly you east. 200 in Singapore. 200 in Borneo. And I'm going to start sending more and more planes over here so that we're ready and have them at good mission efficiency when the Japanese show up. We're going to need to see what it does to our supply situation as well. Okay. I could replace this foreign minister with someone actually useful. I mean, stability increase is not. It's a bit short term. What about you? Base stability. Damage to garrisons sounds pretty good. Ooh, but Prince of Terror. Non-core. Foreign versus damage. Resistance growth speed in our states occupied by the enemy up. Damage to enemy garrisons in our states occupied by the enemy down. It's interesting. Head of intelligence. We have a code breaker right now. Interesting. Could instead have operative choices up, decryption power up. No, I'm happy with where we are there, I think. Yeah, I think that's all fine. We could go wartime bonds because we are building factories right now. I don't want to lose the stability though. I think instead I will finally appoint Alan Brooke as our Supreme Commander. I think that's the right play. And then also, you guys have nothing to gain from exercising, right? Not really. Well, some of them do, but very few of them. Meanwhile, new guys trained. So advanced destroyer escorts. Okay, cool. You can filter into the escorts here, which I will turn off that for. Okay, meanwhile, some cruisers here as well. Yeah, quite a few escorts. Let's filter in some escorts from this reserve into the actual escort fleets, just so they're a little more effective. Some of these are pretty good, like trained escorts. Okay, so you're right, you're just waiting for the garrisons to all arrive, which very much need to strat redeploy, because they can barely move if they don't strat redeploy. Same for you guys. Good. What is this? Oh, it's the selected zone, right. Enemy has air priority over Serbia, okay. Can't be having that. Back at it, lads. Yeah, associated with this new Hungarian offensive. Probably the Hungarians having it a try. Purge Yugoslavian infiltrators. Yes. Always do this. So we're gaining political power basically by aligning the exiled governments with our interests, essentially. Alright, so you guys are still, yeah, just trading up. Got some more. Alright, so as these garrisons take up their positions, we can move these lads. So, do we want to invade over Casablanca, or should we just go from one end? I think we should invade from Casablanca. So you two, yeah, as planned, just go down here and start acclimatizing. You two, you've been replaced? Yes, good. So we'll have 4 infantry, four infantry and the Marines will be engaged in the invasion of Casablanca. And we'll have some Marines land at Casablanca and some Marines land at Tunisia, here, all simultaneously. Trying to get complete control of their... Well. Shit. Okay. Here we go then. I'm glad I sent those planes over. Okay, so escorts. Divide up into small fleets. We need to protect our convoys. We don't apparently have any convoys running to provide the supply here. That's interesting. Just try and... I really wish this section was not part of the Indo-Chinese coast. Do we have railways across Borneo? 1, but not down here. So I'm going to put this on a void to try and make that supply line go round here instead. Because I'm not going to... I don't think I can brave deploying them there. But I will deploy them like this. That's not going to work. I won't deploy them here. I'll deploy them here. Okay, because now they connect here. Yes. Okay, now. Oh, baby. Okay, well. Get me Cunningham. We need Cunningham and we need him now. How long is it going to take him? 1 day. The Mediterranean will need a new leader. Step forward. Naval lineage. Bruce Fraser. Step forward. Alright. Cunningham, you ready for this? Strike force. Scouts are ready. Equipped with modern cruisers and destroyers. Scout. And where, you might ask? Why here? Well, actually, maybe just still not the Indo-Chinese coast. Just somewhere close. Just find someone close by, and then we can kill them. Okay, so supply situation here is looking pretty good because of the motorization. You guys should be on this, and let's spread them around a bit so they can rapidly move in if we decide that going over supply is worth it. Okay. And we have these guys in reserve up here. Alright. Military access from China. Accepted by China. They've called in the Siamese Empire. Okay, they are not garrisoning the southern bit of Siam. Interesting. Is this a supply hub? No. There's not going to be any supply hub all the way. They're going to try and supply the attacks here from here. Or by taking a port. I don't like your odds with that, honestly. Okay, so to be really conservative, 3 of these guys are going to stay on this line. But the rest of you, go. Activate whatever it's called. What is the... There was a plan to attack in here, to deny the Japanese the ability to attack in here and cross. I can't remember what it was called. The British stalled on deciding whether they should do it and then called it off. Okay, so US is now in the faction, which is obviously good. They have the Beast of America. Cool name for a focus. They are still... Wow, they have done a lot of their focuses. And now they can do... Here it is. Beast of America, which is when they're going to war, and then they can do all of these economic mobilizations and stuff. Cool. Hey, now you're in the war, I'd love you to send me some... Operation Matador, thank you. I'd love you to send me some fuel. Also, I think now might not be the time for careful pilot exercises. And they're not bombing me right now, so that's good enough for me. Send some planes over here. We need coverage on all these islands in the event that they land. Okay, slow it down. Doesn't actually really change the speed of the game much, to be honest. Right, and then submarines. Convoy raid. And I want you to raid these 2, predominantly. And here. And maybe here as well. Immediate Japanese landings all over the totally undefended Philippines. Exquisite. Well, I'm not going to try and defend the Philippines. I'm not going to try and rush my troops out of port to make up for the Americans' mistake. These escorts, I'm kind of sending to their doom, aren't I? Without actually extending the screening. So I guess we do just try and take them head on. No, we don't need to cover this one. Cover this one. Like, let's just see. Let's just see if we take them head on here. How we can do. Military access from China means I can garrison this province if needed. I don't get why I can't ask for... No one seems to want to give me basing rights and military access. It's strange. Okay, we're finding a Siamese fleet that we can cut our teeth on. Some more... What are these? Advanced destroyers? Yeah, so there's some destroyers. Some destroyer escorts. Anything in here I want to send over? Sure, yeah. Send over some of these. Well, no, we have enough of those in reserve already, I think. Which is to say none, apparently. Okay. Found them. Sick 'em. Sick 'em. There they go. Okay. So it's just some Siamese destroyers. Won't be a problem. Wow, enemy supremacy here is massive. Yeah, but we can convoy raid, obviously, beyond where we're trying to convoy escort. Now I think might be a good moment to redeploy submarines from the north, maybe. The Royal Siamese Navy is being intercepted. These guys are not very fast, is the problem. As a fleet, it's not very fast. Can I see the speed of the whole fleet? I don't think I can, but because we have some pretty old, relatively slow ships in this fleet. Yeah, call all. No? Wants to help on our war efforts. Yes, sure. Okay, but everyone... No nations to call to war. Okay. So Japan, here they are. And we now have Chinese front, United Front showing up over here. They only took 160,000 casualties. I mean, I know that's still quite a few, but... Okay, and here's some more fortress garrisons. Send them over. Take out that one. Add a garrison there. And then one at Narvik, but I think Narvik invasions are unlikely at this stage. I don't know if Finland is going to join the Axis and then declare war on us when they go against the Comintern, or whether it will have something to simulate the fact that they didn't do that. Anyway, we've got 10 fortress garrisons here, which I can use to free up divisions down here. So let's just send them here. But they should be in a new army for that. Yeah, stick them in the Med armies. In the Med Port Defenders. Which we will give them a logo for. Okay. Over to the east. Yeah, we're winning even before our huge task force showed up, but I'd like the task force to keep practicing. Not seeing many convoys, interestingly. Yeah, all our escorts are rushing in, and this is our reserve, right? Yeah. Oh, hang on, the reserve have a bunch of subs. Loads of subs. Okay, okay, okay. That won't do. I want all these subs active. Give them into submarine fleet, and then we'll have to do 2 submarine fleets because this one's already kind of full. That's fine though. New fleet. It's a sub-fleet. It's going to have someone who's good at spotting in charge. And we're going to split it and split it and split it. Packs of 10 seems a bit excessive. Let's merge some of these ones. And then merge some of these ones. I mean, now we are going to 10s again, but just to balance them out a bit. Then obviously they should both be on convoy rating. And then this sub-fleet, which we shall also base out of... I mean, they already have really great range. But let's send them way up north. See how they do. Well, let's put them on there and we can take these guys off here. Keep these guys focused down here and these guys focused up here. And then, yeah, some of these should remerge with the reserve. And you're only at 7, so you can split that one. And split that one. Puts you at 9, okay. And then these guys, yeah, should attempt to reinforce up to their current numbers. When they die, which they will. And you guys, your base can be here, I guess. And then, yeah, get convoy rating. Okay. It's going to take them a while to move up there, because some convoys, subs rather, aren't fast. Some Japanese subs already showing their faces here. Should be able to detect and destroy them relatively quickly. Rather not take too many dings from them. We'll see. Alright, planes... Still deploying over. Yeah, also naval bombers. Give me only the modern naval bombers. But give me all of the modern naval bombers. Yeah. Get them over here. Base them out of Singapore to start with. And then also... deploy, we have some of these old carrier bombers, deploy them out of Singapore, and actually I think I just counted 100 more fighters, let's do them as well. No, we haven't got enough for another wing of naval bombers. Okay. Finding someone here. Yeah, I'd like them to just honestly disengage when they find stuff like this. Like if you just, yeah, just disengage, it's fine. You're not for fighting subs. Alright, you guys have no purpose yet, but you're getting there. Wait, hang on. You should have an order. Ah, because I switched what you were in. What army you were in. Right, that's fine. They're on their way now. Scandinavia has someone lacking a purpose. That's fine. You can go down here. And the Marines are still training. That's fine. 94 days before I run out of fuel with all these guys active. Holy hell. All those subs and escorts are suddenly really eating it into it. Well, you know what? They're still not attacking my subs, so my convoys rather. So until they do, stand down the escorts. And let's just see if they raid my subs, my convoys even, because it just doesn't feel like they are doing so. We've rescued the captured operative. Good. Keep spying on. We have 100 spy network on Japan. Let's try and build one around here. Well, no, I don't know if that's that useful. Maybe building one here though could be good. Give me some intel. Distraction and civilian works. It is December, so let's get the next Spitfire research going. And then with you, yet more housing. Seems good. More recruitable pop. Never hurts. It might hurt the pop, but yeah. So I don't really know what the problem is here, but let's motorize this, see if that helps. And we're going to move in here. And the question is, do we try and roll up the peninsula or not? And I think the answer is no. The only way we'd want to roll up the peninsula is if we could reach what map mode is that? There we go. The only way we'd want to roll up the peninsula is if we could reach this port. And even then it's only level 1. So we're gonna wait. We're gonna see what they have for us. These guys going over here just fighting subs. Not really necessary. Waste of fuel, really. Alright, some guys in Borneo with no mission. Just give me air superiority. In fact, one of you give me air superiority. The other one, I'm going to fly over this Indo-Chinese coast to see if we can spot some ships with them. Give me some missions on Malaya. Yep, you guys are deploying there. Good, good, good. You fly here. See if we can spot some stuff. Where is the Japanese main fleet? That's what I want to know. Oh, so we have some British convoys going here, which is what? Ah, supplying Hong Kong. Right. Well, you're not going to be able to avoid doing that. Oh, and here's a small Japanese fleet. We could base the fleet temporarily out of Hong Kong and just see if we can catch some guys, but I think we'll just let them come to us. Our subs need to be able to stay hidden and escape from this kind of situation, otherwise they're all dead anyway. Oh, Jesus. Okay, major naval invasions over here. They've already pushed us out of that port. That's a garrison. These ones haven't landed on a port, interestingly. And they've already pushed us out of that port. In fact, no, I think they've spawned in the port. That's a little annoying. Australia, you do have a couple more men for me. Let's see if we can do some counter-offensives here. You guys, just get yourselves up here as fast as possible. That probably means by sea, which is risky. So let's try and mitigate that risk somewhat. I don't have the number of zones for that. Oh, Jesus. Okay, here they are. Here's their main fleet. Or at least one of them. UK Prime Minister addresses Congress. Yeah, and our strike force is already in combat. But won't be for long. So once we find this, we need to hit it hard. Okay, and they've landed on Borneo. Once again, they've cheated. They landed in the port. Like, they spawned the unit in the port. So this must be a black ice thing to make the Japanese actually have a chance, I guess. Jesus, it's happened down here as well. No, they didn't spawn in the port on this one at least. That is a fight we should be able to win. Okay, Jesus. This is not a great start. Not an amazing start. Where is that fleet? Oh, we've lost it again. Just let them retreat. Okay, meanwhile here... Yeah, we stabilized the front to here. We have 4 divisions moving to it. I think Black Ice does the same for the Germans in Norway. It did feel weird when they landed. Spawning units on the coast. Pretty, I mean, apart from anything else, it's not exactly historical, is it? They didn't have to suffer through the pain of a naval invasion. Pivotal command. They request assistance. I am going to send them assistance because it doesn't actually cost me, like, much goods. 5 civilian factories is fine. And then I will do this one as well again. Because we urgently need to help them stop the Reich in its tracks there. It is winter now. Give me bomber commands. At least we have some supply situations that are pretty good. And we should be able to... Okay, we've won that fight. Where are they? Find them. They have 4 to 16. That is their main fleet. Where is it? Alpha Strike Force is ready to engage. They're in good repair. They found them. Where are they? They're right here. Okay. They're fleeing. It looks like they're fleeing. They're going to be able to outrun us if they flee. Because I think they're almost certainly faster than me. 6 hours. 6 hours. We might catch them here. Let's see. This isn't the whole fleet, but that's all of their carriers, I think. And we've got... Oh, damn. You know what I didn't do? I didn't say these guys are high replacement priority. I should have done that. No, they got away from that one. But now... 9 hours... 7 hours. I think we've got them. I think we've got them. 3 battleships, 2 battle cruisers, 4 heavy cruisers. That's not enough destroyers. Let's before we watch this fight, let's just take a quick look around because obviously I want to watch that fight. I just want to see any other orders I need to issue. Okay, yes, we should be able to get that port back. These guys have just spawned there. This island, I think, is lost. These 2 should, yeah, land here, and then we'll rush them north to try and help with that. This place. Let's send the Indian division over. Reduce the port defenses, and I think leave this port empty to try and save this port. Okay. Here we go. Calling Cuba, yeah. 2 hours, 1 hour. Boom. The Battle of the Indo-Chinese Coast. Andrew Cunningham versus Chuinchi Nugamo. He has substantially more air power. I am bringing in new naval bombers, but they're not going to be ready in time to engage in this fight. We have a dramatic advantage in all types of guns. We do have a positioning penalty because our fleet is larger. We have a pretty substantial fleet anti-air. Here it is. Also, they're suffering a penalty because they have too much carrier traffic. Our general is substantially better, and let's go, baby. It's raining, which means that their planes are not going to be able to fly as well as they should. Do they have the Yamato here? No, they actually don't. They do not have their best capital ship here, but that is a lot of their carriers. Who's going to take the first blow? Who's going to take the first hit? No one's doing anything. I guess because it's nighttime and raining. Like, no one's got any accuracy. But we have a massive advantage on light guns and heavy guns and torpedoes. We're beating them by almost like an average of about 2.5x across those three. But I am scared about these guys. Right now they've got air efficiency of 0 because it's nighttime. Alright, speed 1 is way too slow. Both of us are screening effectively. The game's paused. Thank you. Okay, they're withdrawing. Some of them are withdrawing. Interestingly, not all of them. Okay, but they're immediately taking some hits from heavy guns. As are we. First to go down. First casualty. A Japanese destroyer. Let me just look at these fight situations. They're turning against us. That's not great. Oh, and they've landed down. They've cheated down here as well, the gits. But we are going to drive them out of there at least. I think we need to... Yeah, I want to keep these guys here to be conservative and defensive, but I think I actually need to repurpose these guys to come and prevent that falling. Because otherwise, if that port falls, Java is in serious trouble. But they know how to get there. Okay. And a Japanese cruiser goes down. They are withdrawing, so then we're not gonna. It's not gonna be, you know, totally decisive. But if we can get some good hits on them while they're on the way out, that would be great. And this is a great proof of concept. Ah, it's no longer raining. That's not good. One of our cruisers just took a big hit. What was it from? From heavy guns. Yeah, the enemy big guns just took a huge chunk out of that cruiser. Ooh, and another one, I think. Yeah, it's an improved cruiser. Not one of the ones I designed, but still, it's a big hit. Big hit. Plenty of screening so far means our torpedoes aren't going to be getting through. At least not many of them. But they're taking worse hits than I am so far. One of our destroyers took the first hit. Oh, and one of our battleships. Their battleships are much better than mine, but we've got the numbers. And yeah, as soon as their carriers are out, like we're not going to get their carriers in this fight, which is unfortunate, but as soon as their carriers are out, they're going to lose the ability to do much with the air, and then my air should be able to have a go at them. Okay. Still going pretty well. That one huge hit on the HMS Devonshire was worrying. They are withdrawing, understandably. Oh, and a light cruiser just took a big hit by torpedoes. But not dead, not dead. You know, we've been kind of one-shotting some of them. And there we go, one of their CVs is out. And their first capital ship down, a heavy cruiser. Keep it going. If we could come out of this without a scratch, can you imagine? Yeah, fleet carriers are gone. That means their air cover is gone. What's this? Another RAF wing. Deployed. Let's put them over here. Partly just for spotting purposes for now. You guys are still deploying, right? Yeah. If we can come out of this without a ship lost, that would be ridiculous. And yeah, one of the heavy cruisers that got away was badly damaged. They're almost out now. Almost successfully retreated. But that means that, well, you know, the number of targets we have available to us are reducing. They've replaced the commander. Oh no, crap. Crap. I think that's because another fleet is arriving. Unknown ships are incoming. This could be bad. I mean, it could be good, but it's probably bad. We'll have to see what this new threat is. Our cruiser got clear. Nice. Come on, take out some of those. Take out some of their cruisers on the way out. Yeah, another one down. This is a fantastic first engagement. Well, I shouldn't speak too soon, but it's looking like it's going to be a fantastic first engagement. Yeah, those cruisers are getting obliterated. Now the rain is actually not in our favour. There it is. Oh my god, that was amazing. All we lost, I mean, you know, rip, obviously, to the brave pilots of our wonderful early... I mean, they were flying freaking linen. You know, they were fighting linen and wood planes at the highly advanced Japanese ships, and they did it. The enemy cruiser was sunk by the HMS Hood. Excellent. Excellent. Look at that. And I can see some French names in here. The French fleet showing its value. That is a great first engagement with the enemy. I love it. I love it a lot. Fleet, I'm taking no risks. You can just immediately go home and repair. Oh, it's found them again. Next province in 4 hours, though. Next province in 9 hours. Yeah, I'm taking no risks. Go and repair. No, don't repair in Hong Kong. They have another fleet up here. Okay, so that wasn't all their carriers. They apparently have more up here. 3 more. They'll be softer next time. They won't have as many screens. Yes, yes, it's very true. Let's have them go back to Singapore to repair. We don't want to take any risks. I don't want to lose any of these advanced capital ships. Okay, and in the meantime, we're hitting them. We're convoy raiding them pretty nicely up here. Not taking many sub losses, and they're losing a lot of convoys. Intel-wise, can I tell how many convoys they've got? Yeah, they've got 1,000 convoys, so it's, you know, obviously very substantial. But yeah, that heavy cruiser, you know, it's 5% of the heavy cruisers already crossed off with no ship casualties. And we do have planes to replenish these with. And the planes that we're making after the... Have we invented that new carrier fighter yet? No. But the carrier bombers that we're replacing them with are better. Okay. So down here, things are coming slightly under control. Obviously, Singapore is by far the most important, but we would like to hold these extraneous islands. You come and hit him from the other direction. Yeah, some American subs being raided, including by, that's a interesting convoy raiding fleet you have there. Where is the American fleet? They're probably damaged in port or something, but okay. Yeah, these guys can just continue heading home for now. That's fine. Where is my... Naval, have you deployed now? Yes. For now, they have United States ships here, but I'd quite like them bombarding here. And you're naval bombers as well, right? No, you're fighters. Well, for now, just fly here for a minute. We won't be able to do this for long, because obviously Hong Kong is going to fall at some point. But Nepal, there's some brave Gurkhas of Nepal that are going to hold it for a little while here. Okay. Other guys without Air Force commands, just because they're on the Air Force, that's fine. Don't know why they're showing up in this. It's probably because I gave them these orders. Or maybe it's because they don't have a mission assigned because they're going to repair. Detached and moving to repair in Singapore? You're not detached, mate. Oh, they've moved back in, looks like. Yeah, enemy supremacy 6,000 to 7,000. There they are. Their fleet is back. Do I want to repair? Maybe we just detach the Orlando and then press on, and the Devonshire. We'll let them get back to port, though. I want them to get the organisation back. If we have to cease all naval operations until they've repaired and then hit them again, I'm okay with that. Yeah, keep them spotted. Okay. Getting him there. Okay, South China Sea, Java Sea, and the East Coast. Okay. Where are my America garrisons? What do you... Yeah, you guys don't need to be here, do you? Also, Canada, you have more forces for me? Yeah. Canada has some pretty good forces for me, in fact. Canada just volunteered to send the whole army to the the east, it sounds like to me. Gotta be careful though. The Japanese actually have a fleet. Unlike the Italians, we can't just transport around them without a care in the world. We've actually already identified all of where their subs are. Nice. Okay, you. Repair. Yes. Good. There's some fairly serious repairs to be done. They're not repairing? No, they are. It's just they're only able to repair one at a time. Ah, Singapore does not have any ships that are repaired in an allies naval base will use their dockyards for repairs. Right. Damn, we need to annex British Malaya. Or, I guess, go and repair in Hong Kong. Which would be a little, you know, crazy. But I can't wait for repairs to be done by the Malaya. It's just not plausible. How close are we to annexing Malaya? If we had to do it manually, we need a lot more political power. Damn. Well, I think we are going to have to do that. Well, for now, the Dutch would have more naval bases that we could use, potentially. Excuse me. Why is it giving me HOI4 vibes? Because it's more complicated. HOI4 is more complicated. Simple vibes to get. Alright. Marines, you trained? Yes. Okay, new plan. I need you over here. You can have your own commander. Why can't I click drag this? Can't click drag generals? Silly. Victoria Cross offensive doctrine. Not good at defense. Perfect. Oh, we need to promote. Unable to promote because I don't know. Fair enough. You lads, you're going to be our invaders. But we're using this color coding to demark that. Okay. So you guys, just come over here. Just come over here to start with. And then I'm going to use these Royal Marine divisions to try and fight back against the Japanese over here. Looks like we're beginning to hold here. I don't know what to do about the fact that we can't repair in Singapore. That's obviously very silly. There are 34 ships awaiting repairs. I mean, that's not doable. I guess I will have to fall back all the way to Ceylon in order to repair. And then, I don't know, how can I resolve that problem? Like, I need to invade and capture, like, Bangkok in order to use it as a naval base or something. Yeah, when you repair in puppets, you use their dockyards. Apparently. Oh, okay. Little engagement, but chasing them off. Good. We have them outgunned, they have us out-torpedoed. Taking some hits, but should trade relatively well. Sending a lot of Japanese convoys to the bottom. Yeah, very few sub-losses so far. Here's a relatively minor Japanese ship. You could just build dockyards in Malaya. I suppose that's true, actually. But then the thing is, they'd use them, and I'd have no way of making sure they assign them to repairs. Selfish gits would think they were for them. You guys, let's have you on a fallback line here, so that when these guys push forwards, you don't have to push forwards. Yeah, no serious action here. They're going to move slowly forwards to meet this line, but then I think we should be able to hold them because they're going to be in serious supply trouble. Yeah, nice convoy numbers getting hit here. Alright, even when they deploy against me, yeah, they spotted one, but it's okay, they're cheap. Now this is a problem. Is that the same fleet? No. I don't think it is. It might be. My guys have arrived yet? No, still miles away from repair. Yes, this is a problem. At least it's entering night time, so they'll be fleeing mostly overnight. I guess... yeah, while those guys are repairing, the scouts need to cease doing so. And the convoy escorts kind of need to cease doing so as well. It looks like we might get out of this, because we're going to be out of here in like another 6 hours, by which point it will barely be dawn, and there is a storm, which is obviously good for us. Naval strike minus 90% totally eliminates carrier traffic. New decision. Ship parts and supplies to the Soviets. You don't really need ships, do you? It grants armor industrial capacity cost. Yeah, okay, fine. You can have it. You need it, Soviets. You need it. We obviously need them to not fall to the Reich, or that would just give them an insane amount of production availability. Okay, another decision? No? Don't think so. Now that is how you disengage from a fight. I shouldn't speak too soon, but looking like we got away scot-free there. Nice. Oh, and up here. Caught some of my subs, sending them to the bottom. Yeah, that's fair enough. It's a pretty big fleet. Okay, meanwhile, East India Fleet almost at the repair point. If we can repair and they're like piddling around, messing with my subs and stuff, that's okay. That puts us in a good place. Because if we're repaired and they're not, you know, I don't need to spell that out. Okay, meanwhile over here, these guys are still crawling towards retaking the port. While these guys try and strat redeploy north. America wants to give us whatever Volti 11 is. Yeah, lost quite a few subs there. But meanwhile in the north, we're losing some subs, we're also taking out a lot of their convoys. Alright, he's finally in port. And the repairs are ongoing. We can only do 5 here at once. But that's a lot better than 1. I'd wager if you thought really hard, chat, you could probably even figure out how many times better. We should have checked the Dutch ports and seen how many they would repair. State of Xinjiang has capitulated. Uncertain times indeed. Alright, I don't need to be deploying men against them then. I have these guys down here on the kind of ready crew, ready to see if they're needed against the Japanese here. Got a very strong infantry defense in the south. They're much weaker here because just supply demands it, but it demands it on both ends, so that should be okay. Yeah, some good sub-raiding going on. New ships. Yep, another advanced escort. He can come over and join one of these scouts. Sorry, no, he's advanced escort. Shouldn't have done that, but it's not a big deal. Okay. Oh, they lost some planes to them. Hello. There we go. What do I want now? Trickleback? Trickleback is pretty good. Better fuel per oil though. Also seems good because our fuel needs are only going to go up as we crank out more and better ships. And planes and everything else. Yeah, right. First wave of citizens are out there. Still quite a while to these York class ships are in play. Okay, these guys are rushing south. You should be too. Yes, it's going to make the supply problematic, but I'll deal with that. Okay. It's not the strongest garrison of this port. That could be problematic, but we could always move in from below. Okay. We've got some more bombers ready. Longer range naval bombers. Let's get them going. Here, I think, is probably the right place for that. And then there must be some more advanced naval bombers back here, aren't there? No, those are carrier bombers. Okay. We didn't have many planes on bombers, in fairness. Still holding here against the German offensive this time. Bulgaria joining will be obviously a pivotal moment here. Oh, you've got some men who are assigned to this front, but I think the supply is too bad and think they're allowed to just not follow orders because of that. No, no, no. Do as you are told. Scandinavia have very poor supply. Ooh, for who? Oh, this guy, because he's nowhere near thing. Once he gets to Narvik, he'll be better. Okay. But yeah, now we have these good garrisons in place. They're not great, but some garrisons in place. Enough to stop them landing. Okay. Nothing too major going down over here. Some dead convoys. Yes, it is historical focus, so Bulgaria will be joining. I'm just thinking, what I'm saying is when they join, it's going to be a decisive moment. Give me a few more flying over Sumatra. How are we doing on that repair? Getting there on the capital ships. Some of the ones that are more damaged we can always split off. They also won't take as long to repair though. Yeah, 14 days on the Orlando. It's obviously quite a bit longer. Sorry, I see. No, don't need to be sorry, it's fine. I appreciate the tip regardless. Okay. We could abandon some islands. I know I don't want to do that because it gives the Japanese more resources, but we'd only be abandoning them until we won the war at sea, which it looks like we might be on track to do. I think what I do is I take the particularly badly damaged ships and I detach them and we repair the other ships first, the ones that just have a few, dents in the paint. So these guys keep repairing, and that way we can send the fleet back out with where is this? It's here, right? Yeah. With these ones repaired up in good order and good time, and then we can repair this fleet afterwards. Yeah, only one critical hit I think that we took in that fight. It's not too bad. Some of our submarine forces are getting a little weaned down. There's not much supply in the south here, obviously. Let's motorize what there is. Try and help these guys out a bit. And obviously a bunch of the supplies are going to start getting sucked up by the planes as they go past. Oh, here's a Pretty major American fleet. 6 carriers, 6 battleships, 1 heavy cruiser, 3 light cruisers, and 31 destroyers. It's a pretty good fleet. Could be pretty useful. It looks like we might win at least one of these. Subs just keep giving ground, that's fine. The Royal Marines are on their way. Ah, good, and our new garrisons have arrived. So, yeah, we're going to do this the same way we did. The place, what time is it, by the way? Oh god, it's 11:30 already. I've got to go to bed soon. Yeah, so just replacing all these. Well, not that one. Or that one. Do. This way we can free up some men to fight elsewhere. Okay, and then these garrisons are probably fine. Should put one here though. Yeah, militia is not really good enough. Should maybe garrison these ports. I don't want them to suddenly get yoinked by the Italians while I'm not watching or my fleets are turned off for a moment or something. Okay. But now let's make sure none of these garrisons are walking. Never walk. Good. Does Japan have some kind of Tora crazy offensive modifier? I don't know. They sure have a lot of modifiers. Pacific shall be ours. Nothing that seems crazy. The long lance is good. But they haven't got anything I'm seeing. Okay, these guys have arrived. Grab this province so that they're technically encircled. Or are there 2 provinces here? Ah, there are. Means I might be able to sneak in. No, still 1. Okay. Can decrease autonomy. Canadian can go to protectorate. Yes, I do need to do that as a matter of urgency. And then after that, though, because we need them going towards territory, but after that, I think I might save to annex Malaya. It's a big spend on political power. Like, it's a waste because we can get them free later. You fully repaired? Not quite. But I think it's worth it. No, hang on, sorry. Don't repair these guys. Ah, they moved to the south to get repaired simultaneously. Nice, that's smart. Actually, I should have done that. I should have split the fleet up so we can repair in multiple of these naval bases. Important decision available. What? Those darn Yugoslavian infiltrators at it again, huh? Better purge them. I don't know what you guys are picturing when that focus happens. What I'm picturing is like a Yugoslavia delegation. You literally just passed Tora. Whoops. The Yugoslavian delegation says like literally anything. And my government is just immediately like, excuse me? Doesn't sound like you're agreeing to precisely what I said. So you must be an infiltrator. Purge them. Alright. Get them. Sick 'em, boys. We have regained the northern ports. Yeah, losing some transport ships. Good work, lads. Okay, we should also extend the raiding to the Bismarck Sea for these guys. Why aren't these guys... Oh, they're repairing. Fair enough. Because I want to try and affect their supply abilities here. Oh, that province is not defended. You should stay on the port because you're a garrison, you can barely move. You, though, let's try and have you around here. You guys switch to walking so you can reorg a bit. There's some long-range planes they've got there. Perfect machine raises autonomy. No, they won't. Drill fired. John Dill stops being Chief of Army. That is fine. We've not got him doing anything. Alright, you guys are just standing by on... Could potentially be hitting the enemy ships. Let's try and hit them from here. Seems good. Okay, and these ones we've got encircled. I think they only have 2 divisions in here. So, I think I can spare one of these guys. Send him over to help. Meanwhile, over here, these guys obviously need to reorganize a bit. Let's try and motorize these supply hub to help them out. Apparently that worsened their supply situation somehow. They appear to have left the port. I can be there in 6 days. They're not going to be there for 21 days. Probably because I've sunk so much of their supply. Let's attack them regardless. Just slow them down a bit more. Okay, and we could do with some planes over New Guinea. Let's take 100 of these guys. Send them over New Guinea. Meanwhile, down here, getting another prong on that offensive looks advantageous. Let's grab this province here. Thank you. Okay, naval battles. Defeat here. We lost Submarine. Then a bunch more victories. Another defeat here. We lost a submarine. Not a big deal. Okay. And this sub is fully repaired. This fleet rather is fully repaired, which means they're going back in. The other East Indies one is still repairing, but we should actually split it again and send some of them over here to repair. Okay. They're back into the fray. Are they replenished in the air department? Yes, they are, and indeed some of them have the modern carrier bombers. You absolutely unmitigatingly love to see it. This is a 2-hour and 23-minute long YouTube video, by the way. Whoops. Okay. Yeah, we pinned them there for a while. But they're moving incredibly slowly because they're moving out in the mountains. Is this game multiplayer or single player? This is a single player game. Okay, good. Some American destroyers showing up to help out. Yeah, it's just Siamese troops here. So we could launch an offensive in here. There's no Japanese troops here. If we could take Bangkok, you know, it would be good. I don't mind lengthening the front here. We have men. So yeah, start planning that offensive. I'd love to deny them naval bases down here. There's their big fleet. Where's mine? Is that the one they're after? Yeah. At least there's some of their big fleet. Must be part of the unknown ships approaching. We should take out a good number of convoys before we went down, though. Any one of those convoys we take out could have been, you know, the invasion force that took Singapore. So it's very important that we keep hitting them whenever we can. You got them there. You, once you've moved in there, come down here. Okay, good stuff. Hello, my lovely girl. Definitely bedtime, huh? Good stuff. I'll just be 1 second. Right. Bedtime. Thanks for watching, everybody. It's been a great pleasure. That was a heck of a start to the war of Japan. It's intense stuff over here in the Pacific. I am really enjoying Black Ice. Yeah, it has been enjoyable. I'm not sure who we'll play next. I mean, the Germans, I think, are the obvious choice. One choice that I think we're not going to do next is the Soviets, because I think I would find the initial pushback that's basically inevitable very disheartening, which is, you know, weak-minded of me in some ways, but I think playing as Germany is probably the obvious thing next, but I shouldn't think too much about who we're going to do next. We should focus on the now. But, yes, thank you for watching. This was a heck of a back end of this episode. The massive naval engagement. Wow, that, you know, that triggered something deep in my animalistic brain. I loved seeing that victory. I hope you did too. And either way, I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.